Hey everyone, and greetings from the largest city in Illinois that is not Chicago or a suburb of. So right now I am in Rockford, Illinois. So this is my first trip here, and as I was planning this trip, I realized I really only know one thing about Rockford, and that's that Cheap Trick are from Rockford. So I want to show you some really important sites for Cheap Trick fans to visit in this city of 150,000 people that two of the original band members still call home. The Cissippi Park music shell, formerly known as the band shell, is very important to Cheap Trick fans for a couple of reasons. So number one, a band called Fuse with Tom Peterson and Rick Nielsen played here back in 1969. Then, 1975, 6 years later, Cheap Trick played here as Cheap Trick with the lineup that we all know now, and this was Mother's Day, May 11th, 1975. The shell itself dates all the way back to 1959. Outdoor concerts take place here to this day, and from time to time. Come down here, check this place out, and you may even see an impromptu jam session. Behind me is Rockford Billiard Cafe. So this building is significant for Cheap Trick fans because in the 2 years leading up to their debut release, Cheap Trick played shows here at what was then the Stardust Club. Behind me is the Rockford Armory at 605 North Main Street. So in November of 1976, just a few months before Cheap Trick released their self-titled debut, Cheap Trick opened for a band called Rush, which preceded Cheap Trick by a few years with their debut album. Now the building, as you can see, is boarded up right now, but just to give you a reference point, it shares a parking lot with the Riverfront Museum Park. The Coronado Theater is in downtown Rockford. It's been here since 1927. So this place looks haunted, and some even say it is. So one interesting thing, in the mezzanine level, you have a 2-ton chandelier. Everything here looks so intricate that you really have to walk around here and just pay attention to every little thing you see. Now, Cheap Trick has played here before, and one of the 2,310 seats has Rick Nielsen's signature famous checkerboard, just like on the guitar, and I'm sitting there right now. So this seat is upper balcony, row double N, seat number 13. Now the Coronado is an atmospheric theater. One of the features of an atmospheric theater is the ceiling that you see right here is sky blue, and the little dots, they're not that easy to see, but they light up, and it's kind of meant to look like you're looking up in the sky, seeing the stars, and this even looks right here like the exterior of a building. Now this is the archive binder, and pretty much any news related to Cheap Trick playing at the Coronado Theater over the years is in here.
These are just from different times when they were in here. This one happened to be from 2016. These were some more, this is 2015, 2015. They were just bits and pieces that were taken out of either newspapers or magazines that we would capture and bring into the archives, since a lot of the times they were at the theater. This was at the theater, one of the times they were here.
The Stockholm Inn has been in Rockford since 1968. It serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Rick Nielsen is one of the investors here, and when you walk in, you see a picture of him holding Swedish pancakes. So I ordered exactly what he was holding with the sauce that he was pointing at, which is lingonberry sauce. So if you've been to Sweden, this is a big one. So leave a comment. Have you had anything lingonberry? You could find it in American grocery stores, but it's not that easy. But it's omnipresent in Sweden, and even I was in Iceland recently, and same exact situation there. Maybe not to the same extent, but I do really enjoy lingonberry. So these are super thin. They're pretty delicate. They brought syrup, which I don't think you need if you use the lingonberry sauce, which is certainly more of a Scandinavian experience. Now, speaking of Scandinavian, the only non-Scandinavian thing you can really see here is the Chicago Cubs banner behind me. Everything else has a Swedish or Scandinavian theme to it. Now, when it comes to pancakes, I like mine either super thin like this, kind of like crepe style, or I like the Japanese kind of real thick souffle style, but I highly recommend these, and for me, I'm eating it for breakfast, but I would just as soon, if this was available, I would just as soon get this as a dessert. And I also like how they have a lot of whole lingonberries in this sauce. It's tart, it's pretty sweet, definitely sweet enough that you don't need to put anything else on the pancakes, and I could just eat these by themselves. Now behind me across the promenade from the Embassy Suites is Davis Park. Now while it's under construction right now, this place is important for Cheap Trick fans because on August 28th, 1999, Cheap Trick played a gig here. They recorded the show and it was released as and to date, it's the only live Cheap Trick album that was. Kristen is the marketing director of the Midway Village Museum, which has one big and one small Cheap Trick item on display. So Kristen, when I think of Rockford, I think of the Rockford Peaches, which I believe inspired the movie A League of Their Own. I also Cheap Trick and sock puppets, I believe in what you're about to show us.
Right, so we've got the sock monkey exhibit here. This was created and went on display in 2005. Jane Peterson Hooker, who is Cheap Trick bass guitarist Tom Peterson's sister. She's the individual who created this Cheap Trick sock monkey, all made out of fiberglass. The guitar was not only donated by Tom Peterson, but it was also invented by Tom. It's a special 12-string, which he really pioneered. The guitars have really become not just functional musical instruments, but utter works of art. And it's just a gorgeous color in the 12-string design that he really made popular. We have a couple of his picks that are the monkey's eyes. There's one for the nose. And then down at the base, we have some of the picks as well. Just a little extra flourish from Tom.
Okay, Plain Jane. That's a nickname, I guess.
Right?
Okay, let's circle around to the back of it because there's just so much going on with this. Here's 90s Rick Nielsen with the goatee. I believe that's the appearance he had when he was in the movie The Big One.
Okay.
He appeared for an interview. So right here, we got headshots of the members. And then down here, we have the checker, I believe. Black and white. Else you could tell us about this sock puppet?
There's a ticket stub on there. They have some of the press clippings and newspapers that are incorporated into the design. And it really brings Cheap Trick and their signature style to life in all of
sock puppet.
Absolutely.
So that can only be one person, I'm guessing.
You better believe
mini
it.
sock puppet.
Absolutely.
That is not made of fiberglass, I guess.
It's not. So it's made out of socks.
Okay.
And the sock was created here by a local company. They wanted to differentiate their socks from all the other socks that were going to be lined up at like the dry goods store. So they made the red heel. And women on the factory floor thought, you know, as I'm manipulating this, it kind of looks like a monkey's mouth. Let's make this into a cool, soft, safe toy for our kids that is not going to break the bank back in the day. And we had a local artist who thought, okay, we have got to have a sock monkey that is the emblem of Cheap Trick. And my favorite facet are the sunglasses.
The sunglasses, and is this some kind of sticker, souvenir sticker? Rockford, Illinois, 2007. Yes, I can see it. It's a vehicle sticker.
It's a vehicle sticker.
Okay, well, this is great. I think we're all right. The Hard Rock Casino in Rockford is in many ways the most important stop on the Cheap Trick fan trail. That is, if you're looking for memorabilia that the public can easily view. So, Rick's guitars are on display right outside the bar. You have guitars, you got outfits from the period where some of their most popular material. comes from, like the Dream Police, Budokan, etc. You'll see a Cheap Trick song title above the valet area and a Rick Nielsen checkerboard guitar in the front. Also, they have a few Cheap Trick slot machines inside as well. Now, if I could only listen to one CD worth of music for the rest of my life, there would be two Cheap Trick songs on there. One of them would be Downed, which is not one of those ones that they're just definitely going to play every night, but another one is possibly the signature Cheap Trick song. Could be I Want You to Want Me, but I prefer Surrender. And here are handwritten lyrics right here. And speaking of surrender, here's a jacket which has Philippines, which is referenced in the song. Now, it took Cheap Trick a while to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but they finally made it in 2016, along with Deep Purple, who waited even longer, and NWA, who got in pretty quick. Mary's Place is the oldest bar in Rockford, and it's significant for Cheap Trick fans because Bunny Carlos has played here with his Monday night band. So right on the wall there's a mural depicting his head on a drum set with his signature cigarette in his mouth.
This is a song I wrote for my daughter. She's not here tonight, but if she could be, she would be. But she's got 3 jobs now because I cut her off the payroll. I always wanted to write a song that was kind of like a Bruce Springsteen kind of thing, and this was my best attempt at it when I wrote it for her when she was born. This is a song called Gravity Girl. If we could afford it, but if we had 100 more people here tonight, we could have taken our trip together. Sons of bitches.
So that's my Cheap Trick tour of Rockford 815. So as Cheap Trick has more than 50 years of history in this city, I can't possibly show you everything, but I hope I gave you some highlights for when you come to Rockford. And also it's important to note that Cheap Trick is still an active touring band. As I record this, they're taking a couple weeks off in between legs of their tour. And also I recommend going to the Go Rockford website, because they have an official Cheap Trick fan trail, which you can also follow. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe. I got more trips coming up soon. I'm going to be heading up to the Finger Lakes region of New York, and then I have a trip planned to Kansas City, Missouri. It's going to be my first trip there in 20 years. I'm also going to be heading to Haywood County, North Carolina. So I hope you get to come to Rockford, check out some of the places you saw in this video, and I look forward to sharing more videos with you soon.
I've been singing the tunes of yesteryear's blues.